Hey guys, it's Drac, and occasionally I get fan mail, and that fan mail is always interesting. Sometimes it's too personal to make a video on, but in this case, I have been specifically requested to make a video on it, and I'm happy to acquiesce. So this is from RadioactiveManiac 23. I'll put a link down in the description box if you want to check it out. It says that this is an actual Destiny Red Death. I'm aware that there's been a Red Death on my channel before that wasn't actually a Red Death. That was, again, another kind of parcel that had been sent to me, and I wasn't playing Destiny at the time, so I didn't know any better. I now have a Red Death and play with it, so I know exactly what to look for. It looks like it's made of a LongShot with a knife made from EVA foam, which is connected with hot glue. I really wish I would have used epoxy putty. And then the paint job is enamel. Good on you, Radioactive Maniac. Not enough people use enamel in this hobby. I hope you have a Nerf-tastic day. Sorry about how difficult the packaging is. Well, luckily I have my Silas to handle any difficulties in the packaging, so we'll go ahead and start slicing and dicing our way through this, making sure not to hit any of the relevant pieces. So this appears to be the charging handle for the LongShot, and then a super sweet clipazine, 12 rounds there. Then we'll do the small stuff first. Build the suspense. Absolutely. This appears to be, maybe this is the knife attachment? Hard to say. Red Death from the game does of course have a bayonet of sorts, so go ahead and get in here. And the letter does mention that this nerfer is very new to paint jobs in general. So that's clever, by the way. If you're ever shipping anything that's a foam weaponry, bracing it somehow is an excellent idea. So these are not lollipops, but popsicle sticks, and they've been used to brace this. So this is attached with hot glue. I actually don't think that attaching with hot glue in this circumstance is terrible, just because you want to make sure that it's like kind of loose. And the EVA foam looks great. The blood splatter job is cool. It's a little bit rough around the edges, but what an awesome concept design. And then what did you use as the front barrel attachment? Oh, here's where he's saying you wish he used epoxy putty instead of just painting over hot glue. I understand that. That would have been better for sure. It looks to be like part of a retaliator and part of a long strike, all mooshed together into one piece of nerfy goodness. And then as for the blaster itself, hopefully we've captured the feel of a pulse rifle. He says that he used a LongShot. I normally use Ravens for my pulse rifles just because they have a very bullpup feel and design to them, and the Raven mirrors that well. So freeing it from all this bubble wrap is a ton of fun. Gosh, fan mail is like Christmas. It's great. Nope, not quite. There we are. Paint job is solid. Check out that blood splatter. Good on you removing the logos. A little bit rough. I like to sand over those, but with no Nerf logos it looks great. Painting the trigger is a ballsy move. I wonder, it doesn't look like it's scraping quite yet. That's pretty cool. And then I guess we can start putting this guy together. So here's this. Did say that the mods included just a simple spring stretch, so charging is super duper simple. And the air restrictor appears to have been left in, but we can go ahead and attach our front end. So anytime you paint places like this, make sure you go over it with a clear just in the future so that you don't scrape the paint, which is exactly what this is doing. It's got added friction coming in here and does not want to lock into place exactly. But blaster looks good. Not necessarily bullpup, but definitely not bad. I wonder, is the stock extendable? And yes it is. That looks great. And just a fun fact about LongShot's painting, the bolt sled itself makes the blue, or in some cases yellow, not shine through. The plunger tube is the same way in this spot back here. But blaster looks awesome. What just a wonderful piece of fan mail to come home to. Just really, really cool. I'm going to go grab some darts and be right back so that we can fire this blaster a few times. But with the clip in, looks super special, awesome, very cool. So we're back and we've got a new trick. Let's go ahead and toss this home. Chambering is smooth and firing is pretty standard for a long shot. So I like to treat these blasters that I am sent as an opportunity for peer review. I hope that the academics and you also agree with the academics and me, where I like to point out areas of improvement, because honestly the areas that don't need improvement are already great. Your blood splatter looks awesome. You're already using enamel paint. The overall feel of Red Death, I think, has been captured very well here, and the fact that everything kind of matches as it goes through is great. So when I mention things like ways to improve the paint job, that's not me being rude. I certainly very much so appreciate anything that's ever been sent to me, but I do like to take opportunities to improve. I think that we all have places we can improve in our modifications. So the LongShot has a massive plunger tube. It's one of the largest Springer plunger tubes of all time, and in order to adequately take advantage of that, you've got to blow out that air restrictor, you've got to remove that dead space, and it helps to add more spring power, although in all honesty, for something that's balanced like this, you really don't have to add much power. A stretch is not the ideal way to accomplish that, but this fan has already elaborated that was not their intention. They would do it differently, so no reason to harp on that. But performance is solid and blaster looks great. It would be an awesome cosplay piece to go with any sort of Guardian outfit. I just think that it looks really, really good. So thank you so much to RadioactiveManiac 23 for sending this over. I appreciate it, and I'm sure the people in the SENC will appreciate it as well. I do want to point out that it looks like your logo removal in some places is rough, but you did an excellent job on the nameplate up here. I just think that that's interesting. If you'd perhaps taken the same time and care here that you did here, the blaster would overall be a lot smoother. But great blaster. Thanks for sending it over, and to everybody else, thanks for watching. There's finally a real Red Death replica on my channel, not the nonsense that came before it.